Book 2, time for some Beethoven. We're working on a Sonatina, and it's a lot of work, so let's see how far we get today. Let me go post it on our website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. And today, what is today? Today is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday, I think. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Started working on this yesterday. Turns out it's kind of hard. That's good for everybody. Makes you tougher. Won't kill you, so it's got to make you tougher. And my mouse is, I got to order a new mouse is what I got to do. One with a wire on it. These Bluetooth, I don't know how many mice I've purchased in my lifetime. Ever since they went to wireless, you buy one and it lasts a while, and then all of a sudden you got to buy another one. So I'm gonna buy one with a wire on it. All right, Wednesday, Beethoven Sonatina, second day of this. Yep, okay, comes up just fine. I'll go put it over on Twitter. jollyrogerukulele.com. And by the way, a friend of mine here in the building, who is a great musician, was called on a little bit to teach some ukulele this year. Taught a 6-week class, and he misspelled ukulele clear until the last week. So make sure you know how to spell ukulele, Ukulele, please. The other way is demonstrates your inattentiveness to detail, and you will see some argument out there whether it is allowed to spell it the other way. The answer is no. So please spell it correctly. All right, Fourscore, set lists, book 2. Did I not add it? I didn't add it. Let's go grab Beethoven. See, Beethoven is Sonatina, ukulele, baritone. Nice. Done. All right. Guys, we're going to play the first 8 measures, and so grab your ukulele first. Let's do that. I think we did that as we wrapped up yesterday, but I want to do the first 8 measures on ukulele, and then I want to go back and I want to play them on baritone, and then we got to proceed forward. Hey, Len, welcome in. Jan, greetings from all back in Colorado. A little jet lagged. Happy to pick up the uke today. Nice. Good to have you. Michelle in from perfect weather, Rockaway Beach. Ronnie in from New Mexico. Jacqueline in, and she's a local. And Janice all the way in from sunny with sunglasses, Sydney, Australia. Glad to have you, Janice. All right. First 8 measures. That's it. Okay. On ukulele first, and then on baritone. Remember your pinky slide, and then of course we'll slow down at 6 and 7 because it is tough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I blew it. Oh, I went to the other measure. Bummer. Let's see. Diane's checking in from Pueblo. Hey, Diane. And Rob up in book 2. What the heck, Rob? Nice job. All right. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. The greatest execution of that, but you see where your concern is, right? And hopefully that's the only 2 measures you worked on, was just getting those 2 together. Let's try it on baritone and see what happens. grab your baritone sheet so that you can strum along if you're on ukulele. And I haven't played this yet today. Strings are getting close to being settled in, not quite. I think I have finally solved the mystery of this baritone. Starting to sound decent. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Blew it again. Let me do from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could put in a little bit more time on that particular group. All right, but you guys have the chords, and so hopefully the chords are making sense. The other fun thing, since I can't hear you, is when you're strumming the chord, if you're strumming it effectively, you're going to see where I'm speeding up and slowing down. You're keeping this nice steady pace, and all of a sudden I'm behind you or I'm ahead of you. If we were in the room together, I would hear you bump, 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 and it would help me out a ton, make sure that I stay in perfect timing. So play louder, guys, so I can hear you. Nancy, welcome in. 91 and sunny here in Florida. Nice. Remember, if you are newer, you're not trying to play the tough uke along with me. You're trying to play the melody along with me. Now let's go back to the ukulele version of this. When I'm playing, you're playing. That's hard enough. That's definitely hard enough. Problem with playing melody is it's either right or it's wrong. Okay? And we'll know the difference. Let's see if we can get through measure 24 now. So let's talk about your chords. If you're on the ukulele, you're going to be playing a C, C7, an F's going to sneak in here. Typical Beethoven. You're starting the new part of the song, measure 9, not in the correct chord. You're supposed to start in key of an F chord there because it's a new section of the song. Not Beethoven. Yeah, you're like, I'm going to start with a C, right? And you're like, are we playing in C now? But the B flat tells you, no, we're not playing in C. We're still playing in F. Okay, so let's run through the melody real quick. You guys all, hopefully at this point, are all okay with C, F, B flat, and C7, right? That's the only 3 chords in that. F, C, F, B flat, C, and C7. Those are your chords through the whole thing, and you'll see when we go to the baritone version that it gets even easier. Okay, let's talk about the melody. Just play with your thumb, and notice all eighth notes, right? All eighth notes almost, except for a very occasional quarter note, clear up to 17. Okay, so let's just try to keep it steady but not fast. 1, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. can see how after those little runs, you get to 17 and it just drops into a repeat of the intro that you've already played. So again, if you have studied the intro well, you don't need to work on 17 through 24 because it's the same, right? And so really what you're working on here are these runs, and I mentioned it yesterday. So let's put that in context with Tough Uke, and then we'll see how it works. Hey Evelyn, welcome in. Let's see, just got in from plein air painting at Waimalo Beach. How jealous are we? Excellent. Painting out in the air. Isn't that lovely? You get to wear a big floppy hat, have your easel, your paints. You know, you get to go to the art supply store and buy all that stuff. Man, super fun. All right, here we go. From measure 9, and even slower. Okay, grab your claw. You're going to need it. 1. Let me just count it. I'm going to count the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here's the beginning. Through the hard part and fell asleep. Now, what we want to be thinking about here is, all right, measure 17 through 24 is the same. By the way, in measure 17, one of the things I learned in conducting school was there are no random notes on your paper. And so right there it says dulce, okay? And that means play it sweetly, okay? So whatever you were doing before that, now it's time to get back to playing it pretty and sweet, okay? And so that's what Beethoven meant there. You know, I'm sure you just hacked your way through measures 9 through 16. I'd like for you to get back to playing it nice now. That's what Beethoven was thinking, okay? So let's talk about for me, the challenge initially was these runs seemed like a whole lot of work to get them nice and consistent and pretty, until I realized it's the same exact notes every single time. The first time you start on at measure 10, you start on number 10. And then you go to the F, right? And then the second, at measure 12, instead of starting on 10, you start on 12, same exact notes. Got a B flat at the end there, okay? And then at measure 13, you start on 10, and go to an F. And then measure 14, you start on an 8. You got to go all onto your second string to get the G. But all he's doing, same exact run, dun 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 blomp, dun 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 blomp, dun 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 blomp, and it's exactly the same notes. So really, once you say like, okay, I know where I'm at, I just got to start on the first the 10, then the 12, then the 10, then the 8, and then you just have to know which chords you end up on, and you'll hear it coming, and you'll know blomp. In fact, I wasn't able to turn the page quick enough, and I knew that's going to be a G note, and it's probably sitting underneath a C chord, and I turned the page, and sure enough, I'd gotten it lucky. Sometimes that is an F chord, but in this case, I was right. Now, let's talk about you've studied measures 1 through 8, you've gotten really good at it. Measures 6 and 7 are still beating me up a little bit. Probably you've got them all smooth and perfect and having no problems with them. Now all you have to learn is those runs, and then you've also already learned all the way to 24. So tonight, your main job is 9 through 16, right? Get those runs down where you know what you're doing, and then 17 through 24 is a recapitulation of what you already played. So let's run 9 through 16. Make sure you know what your homework is, and I want to do it on baritone real quick and make sure you guys are good as well. So from 9, 1, 2, oh, by the way, we did a plucking with this, which is probably more correct for the era that this was written in. Let's try it with thumb. Hey, Sandy, welcome in. Let's do thumb just for fun. See the difference in sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. Now, my suggestion, you got to place the section measures 9 through 24 twice, right? There's no difference. There's no reason to play them twice, okay? But Beethoven says you should. So we say, as ukulele players, well, the first time through I'll do either thumb or I'll do plucking, and the second time through I'll do the opposite of that, okay? And that way there's a reason to go back. Hey, I'm going to play it this way the first time, then I'm going to go back and play it the second way. Remember from Foundations class, really day 2, maybe, we were talking about thumb. We were talking about index finger up and down like ukulele players do, right? We talked about arpeggios, dum, 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 dum. And then we talked about plucking and all of the different choices you have with plucking. And so there's your right hand attack pattern makes a difference in the way the song sounds. You've got this beautiful melody, this is surprisingly simple chord structure, and so you want to be able to then show your techniques and your ability with the instrument. So tonight, obviously get those runs together, make sure 9 through 16 are going well for you, and then play it through a couple of times. One time with your thumb and then one time with your claw, and by the time you get out of the second round through, by the time you exit measure 24, you're going to know you have really accomplished something meaningful, because you've then played, what, 50, 70 some measures in more than one right hand style, along with all of the complicated stuff you got to do with your left hand. You've survived measure 6 and 7, which are the same as 22 and 23, and all of a sudden you're legit, right? Okay, let me play it on baritone real quick, and I want you to strum along with your chords. Again, it's chord strumming, guys. Be wise. Be wise. You can always sound like a ukulele player. There is never going to be a day when you are not going to be allowed to go bum, 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 bum. How is it? What's the chords? Bum, bum. Well, let me grab the baritone version. Hold on. Grab the baritone version. Before I make fun of how ukulele players are, grab your C chord. Here's how ukulele players. Bum ba da ba bum ba bum ba da ba da ba da bum ba da ba da ba dum da 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 bum ba da ba da ba dum ba da ba da ba dum ba da ba da ba da ba dum dum. That's how ukulele players play this song. Okay. Now you don't play it that way. All right, from the top. We're going to do the repeat. I'm going to play down through 24, then I'm going to come back and play 9 again. Okay, I'm going to switch. So the first time through, the whole way all the way to 24, I'm going to use my claw, and then I'm going to use my thumb the second time through, for no other reason than that's how I decided to do it just now. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. Back to 9. Okay. So yeah, C, F, and G chords, right? Nothing. No, there's no fancy chords there, but the melody makes it cool. And then if you can possibly play fast enough to get to all those notes in tough uke wise, you really got something going on. I'm probably playing a little bit too fast to effectively deal with 22 and 23 or 6 and 7. But what I do know is if I'm a soloist and I'm playing on my own and I'm going to go down to the coffee shop and I'm just going to make the girls cry, I'm going to slow down a little bit prior to those super hard ones, to trying to get the notes clean. And it's okay, right? As a soloist, you can speed up and slow down. Now, the music police will come and arrest me for saying that out loud, but you can. And then and deal with those hard parts. It's probably more important to get them clean than it is to get them fast. But theoretically, you'd play the whole song at a pace where you could get everything in there. Okay, so your homework tonight, measures really 1 through 24. You've already worked on measures 1 through 8 and measures 17 through 24. So get your runs clean. And again, they're very repetitive once you figure them out. You only got to get the chord right at the end of the run, and then you'll have it. Then tomorrow we'll finish up measures 25 through 34, which is really a pretty little, I don't even know what you'd call it these days. The little outro, I guess. It's just really, really pretty, quite pleasant to play. You're going to sound nice. The only thing that we work on 25 through 34, get your ending right on that. Bump, bum, 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 bum. bum, right? We want to get the ending really sweet at 34. So take a look at 25 through 34. The big thing is, again, measure 6 and 7 and the runs at the bottom of page 1. All right. Oh, yeah. Thumbs up. Thanks again. You're welcome, Jan. Next hour, I put up the final version, what I think is the final version of Randy Newman's You Got a Friend in Me. So come play that with us next. I'm going to pull the plug on this half hour and start a new stream over there. And I'll see you in just a jiffy. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully you love playing Beethoven. Come play some hard Randy Newman, way harder than Beethoven. Okay. Peace.